This week we'll highlight U.S. corn harvest progress as well as the weather as harvest begins to wrap up. We're also going to switch gears then and focus on Argentina, where the corn crop is off to a slow start. We'll wrap things up this week looking at an ongoing sluggish pace of U.S. corn export sales. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the corn market. We've moved into November here and we're in the final stage of the U.S. corn harvest and also starting to focus more on South America. But let's start this week looking at the end of the crop insurance period for 2022 corn. We've looked at these slides all throughout the calendar year here, but it bears repeating now that with the base price and the harvest price now set for December corn futures, crop insurance protection as such is no longer in play. And with December corn near $6.95 a bushel, that's still $2.85 above your 5-year average for this time of year. Bottom line, continue to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to defend your balance sheet. And it's not too early to think about 2023, particularly with December corn near $6.30 a bushel and still 4 months to go before that crop insurance price for next year is set. Let's now come back to the U.S. corn harvest and take a look at our progress nationwide. We're in the final stages of the corn harvest here, 76% done nationwide here as of the end of October. That's well above the 5-year average of 64%. Those states in green are above the 5-year average. States in red are below the 5-year average. And we're looking at Michigan in line with the 5-year average. So basically most states are ahead with a couple of exceptions. Let's now look at the aggregate corn harvest pace here. We're looking at 76%, well above some of these recent years. On average, over the next 2 weeks, we'll be looking at another 21% of the corn harvest. I'm not sure we're going to be quite at 97%, but it looks like with weather permitting, we will be over 90% by mid-November. Speaking of the weather, let's take a look at the short-term forecast. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. Now, as you look at corn this week, we're looking at some rain moving in later this week, specifically looking at Friday and Saturday. Between those purple lines, we're looking at 1 to 2 inches, so any remaining corn harvest, at least temporarily, could be put on hold at that time. Let's shift gears now and look at what's going on in South America. We'll be critical this year to see what happens with the crops in Argentina and Brazil. This week we're going to focus on Argentina. Let's look at where that corn is produced in Argentina. Now, courtesy of USDA here, we're looking at 3 key provinces, Córdoba, Buenos Aires, and Santa Fe, accounting for over 70% of that corn in Argentina. Now let's take a look at the short-term weather for those key provinces. And we're looking here at the last 90 days, more of a proxy for agricultural drought. You can see there are some concerns about dryness developing amongst those key provinces. It slowed this early crop corn planting in Argentina, and the corn planting is behind normal. Now let's look forward to the short-term forecast here over the next 10 days. It does look like that's going to continue to be dry, so what we're hearing is there may be some of that corn switched to later planted corn in December, or perhaps some of those corn acres will be switched to soybeans. Let's wrap things up this week looking briefly at trends in export sales. Now, this is year-to-date U.S. corn export sales here. What we want to do is highlight that cumulative sales of 555 million bushels is down by 53% or 618 million bushels compared to last year. Both are considerably more than that 321 million bushel or 13% decline expected by the USDA. I want to emphasize that's a yellow flag here, that export demand is not matching up to expectations. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. We want to remind you that next week on Wednesday, November 9th, we'll be live on YouTube at approximately 11:20 Central Time to discuss the critical November 9th USDA crop production report. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.